After watching yet another video about the practices of the pharmaceutical industry, I couldn't help but point out the nonsense of our behavior regarding our own health. I think it's rather sad that most of us are at the mercy of the health business. People who could no longer endure it and left the pharmaceutical industry claim that the goal of pharmaceutical companies is not health, but paying dairy cows that will subsidize them for life. It's obvious, if you have products, you need people to buy them. And if you buy just one thing that cures you, you won't bring them any more money. From this perspective, it makes sense. But please realize the following fact. Let's focus, for example, on antidepressants. We must remember that even the very people who manufacture them know they are sometimes less effective than a placebo. What is a placebo? Well, I will learn. A placebo is a sugar pill presented to the patient as if it were a real medicine. In many cases, this pill has a more positive impact on health than the actual drug itself. How is that possible? Is sugar responsible? No, sugar is not. Oh? The point is that when we truly believe in something, and it is given to us with conviction that this wonderful pill will help us, our body can trigger its own healing processes, and healing or improvement occurs. On the other hand, there is also nocebo. What is nocebo? Whoa. Nocebo is a real drug given to a patient with the claim that it is a sugar pill. This means that the patient, knowing it is only sugar and not medicine, may mentally block the active substance and its positive effect. Antidepressants? Whoa. So let's say the effect of antidepressants is comparable to a sugar pill. But these drugs have so many negative side effects, even creating dependency, and not really lead to worsening symptoms and suicide. Yet 44 million people in the US are doped with drugs that in reality don't help them. And for many, this will last a lifetime. It's also proven that simple exercise has twice the positive effect of antidepressants, and without side effect. But no one makes money from an ad that says, "Don't take our super product. Get off the couch and release some endorphins. It's free and you'll feel better." Of course, it's not only exercise that helps. There are many other approaches. Faster rest is not the only alternative. The important thing is to look at your dietary habits, learn about your health, and about possibilities of healing, not just treatment. Because treatment is what we get every time we go for a miracle drug at the pharmacy. And we can treat ourselves for a lifetime, but heal only once. And regarding mental illness, there are no tests that can scientifically prove you have a mental disorder. You may have symptoms, but that doesn't mean you have a disease. And it doesn't mean you need antidepressants, or that your hyperactive children, ADHD, must take calming drugs. Cancer? Another point. Cancer. Cancer treatment has been the same for decades. Yet we know that chemotherapy can harm us even more than cancer itself. Meanwhile, there are claims of natural remedies that can eliminate cancer without side effects. But how could anyone profit from baking soda? For example, when you can buy it at any grocery store. Acidic body. What? No? Why talk about an acidic body? Because several studies state that for cancer to develop and spread it needs two basic factors. An overly acidic body, lack of oxygen. If we isolate healthy cells and place them in an oxygen-deprived environment, even in species that never normally develop cancer, these cells can, due to oxygen deprivation, become malignant. So, as mentioned before, movement, such as aerobic exercise, exercise with air, reduces the risk of cancer. Why does laughter help? Because when we laugh, not only do we release endorphins, but we also take in large amounts of air, improving exchange and speeding the elimination of waste. Our organs, and everything that makes us tick, that is, keeps us alive, receive the much-needed oxygen. There are always other options. Think carefully before you ruin your life, or the lives of your loved ones forever. And also think about whether you'll be just a dairy cow or whether you'll finally say, "Enough, I don't want just treatment. I want healing. Warning. You. Why? I must add something important. No alternative therapist has the right to tell you not to take prescribed drugs or not to visit a doctor. If your therapist healer says this or pressures you, seriously consider replacing them. We, therapists, healers, etc., are not doctors and cannot afford to make such claims. Please take this article as informational and educational only. If things are truly bad, of course, you must go to a doctor. Even stopping antidepressants must be approved by a doctor. But we can help with unpleasant withdrawal symptoms if needed. From the other side, if you're on medication like antidepressants, and even after clear improvements and successful self-work, your doctor refuses to reduce your doses or help with tapering, it is not unusual to also change your doctor.